About a week and a half ago, I made a video or blog in which I was talking about how I was really upset about a whole bunch of things, and I was also talking about this Nimrod in the gigantic pickup truck that hit my car, and I was extremely upset in that video, and I know a lot of people assumed that I was just getting really seriously bent out of shape about my car being messed up. And while that is a very upsetting matter, and it is a very not good thing, and I was extremely PO'd about it, that wasn't the big issue. Some of you may know from my having mentioned it occasionally over the years that I've spent a lot of time taking my brother to the hospital, to doctor's appointments and so on. And, well, yeah, it's been a lot more than I've actually said much about, because I haven't said much about his situation just simply out of respect for his privacy, his dignity, and so on. But in the last several years, I've taken him to hospitals and doctors probably, I don't know how many dozen times, but it's been a lot. And you may also know that last January he had an accident in which, well, he was checking the transmission fluid on his Jeep. It started to roll away. He did what anybody would do. He went after it to open the door, get in, and hit the brakes. In trying to do so, he tripped. He landed square full on his knees. And this led to surgeries to repair separated tendons in the knees. It led to a whole bunch of complications, which were complicated by the fact he's got rheumatoid arthritis, and he had a couple of heart valves replaced a few years ago, and he had a number of other medical issues that were just a real royal pain, and in a lot of cases that was literal. He's been battling all kinds of things for the last 16 years or so, or more. And he spent a lot of time in the hospital, and then when this thing in January happened, he spent even more time in the hospital. And between hospitals and nursing homes, because he was in a condition where the hospital didn't want to keep him in there, but he wasn't in a condition to go home because home was not equipped to care for him the way he needed. He couldn't walk, and so on. And then finally, after months and months of that, he finally ended up getting to go home again, albeit in a wheelchair, but he did get to go home. And I guess it was 2 weeks ago, he went into the hospital again. And this wasn't one of those trips where I took him. This was an emergency ambulance run because he was in really bad shape and they couldn't afford to wait for anybody to come and take him. It had to be a lot quicker. Without going into details, things over the last couple of weeks have gone from bad to worse to impossible. And I was there this morning when his wife got the call from the doctor. That he just couldn't take it anymore and his heart finally stopped. He's known on YouTube as thriell, which is a handle that he started using some years ago. And he's not ever really done a whole lot with videos. He was interested in it, he liked doing it, but there was always so much going on, he didn't always have the time or the opportunity. He's a really great guy. He has never, to my knowledge, deliberately or intentionally hurt anyone. He's one of the really good guys, and this world is going to be a somewhat more pathetic place without him. I can't feel sorry for him because, like I said, he's been in pain for 16 years, and he's not in pain anymore. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say. There's some things I could say about my own stuff and whatnot, but not today, not in this video. I will ask that if you are of a praying mind, his family needs a lot of that right now. And it would be appreciated. I guess I don't have anything else I can say.